Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I thought today I would bring you an update on the Bio-Sol product. Now I apologize if this camera freezes a little bit. Samsung's having a couple of issues with the front facing camera, so I'm going to be switching to the rear facing in a second. But the Bio-Sol product, this is about just over week 6, a couple of days over week 6, and they recommend that you give at least 4 to 6 weeks before you're likely to see any results. Now at week 4 we were seeing some slight results. Now at week 6 I can tell you we're definitely seeing a lot more results. So let me turn around here. And we're going to actually show you, and I'll zoom out for a second. Here's the septic bed area. Now, first of all, it is much harder to walk on. There's a couple of areas where when you step in, they're a smidgen soft, and you notice it's a little bit moister than the rest of the area, but it has hardened up a lot more than when I originally filmed. Also, you'll see the grass is growing a little quicker over the septic bed compared to the rest of the area, and that tells you there is more moisture in the upper levels. However, I can tell you it's not growing as quick. This height that you've seen is just over a week's worth of growth, where at one spell it was literally every 3 days needing to be cut because there was that much moisture that was being held in the ground rather than drying out. Now when I zoom it in a little more, and we'll bring you up to a couple of the troubled areas, and I'll try to put from the previous video a picture of it. You'll see this area has shrunk a little bit, not a lot, but the big difference, you can actually see in the dirt there's tracks. Now, some of that track is from a ride-on lawnmower. It has actually firmed up enough, and let's do this. I'll put my foot here so you can see. I'm pushing down, so it is still moist, but in the previous video, it was actually bubbling up. And if I had put that kind of pressure that I just put, my foot would have sunk right into it. So this has dried up considerably. Also, we've had nice weather for the last number of days with literally no rain, but about a week and a half ago, we had torrential downpour, and I'm going to come over to another area, torrential downpour, and these areas didn't bubble up. They got a little bit softer, but they didn't bubble up the way they were originally before we started to use the product. Here's the second area, and you can see it's pretty solid. It's right down. It's not bubbling up. So I'm going to say at this point, I'm really happy with the Bio-Sol product, with the shock treatment in the way that it's worked. And that's just because I'm seeing some results. Now, one thing to remember is that when you're using this product, you want to reduce your, and sorry, I see this driving me crazy, it must be driving you crazy, so we'll go back and look at the bed here. When you're using the Bio-Sol product, they are going to recommend to you that you cut back on your water consumption. And I know that can be hard to do, but it's little things like when you run the faucet, don't run it at, full bore open. Run it at a slower speed when you're washing your hands. Don't wash dishes by hand. If you have a dishwasher, run the dishwasher. It's going to use like 10 times to 15 times less water for a load than if you hand washed in a sink. Also, what you're going to want to do is, and I'm going to walk around the area here so you can get a little bit of an idea of the whole bed. When you do laundry, don't do all your laundry if you can on one day. we're 4 people in the house. And for example, my one daughter likes to do her laundry on Saturdays because she works during the week. So my wife and I are doing our laundry, as an example, on Monday and Wednesday. So we're spacing out a day or 2 days between laundry. So you have less water flowing through your septic system, giving the bacteria time to actually work and start breaking down that biomatter, plus cleaning up the lines with any grease or soap that's in those lines, helping it degrade, so that it helps drain through. And that is a big thing, is just kind of spacing out your water usage so that you get the most effective treatment. Now, when we come over to our swell, this up until a day ago was actually running water. You can still see it's wet, but it's starting to let up. If you have something like that, or a high water table that is dropping a bit at this later part of the summer, that will also help with runoff, etc., and drainage through your septic field. But in general, I thought I'd bring this few minutes update, give you some of the background. We've also, just as an added note, I've also put in a maintenance treatment, because in that 6-week time span, you're going to hit the beginning of the next month, and there is a maintenance treatment that you should do. And actually in ours, we've had, 2 maintenance treatments, because we started mid-June approximately. Then July 1st, there was a maintenance treatment. August 1st, there's a maintenance treatment. And that way you get maximum usage and effectiveness of the bacteria, and making sure it's continuing to grow. So check back. I'll bring you another update in a few weeks. If you have a similar issue where you've had, I'm going to get up close, water coming up, you're seeing grass growing faster, your leach field is wetter all the time when you're walking on it, take a look at this Bio-Sol product. I'll put a link below. I'm very happy with it. I like the results I'm seeing. I think we're still, hate to say it, probably 8 weeks, maybe even 12 weeks away from it really being effective. But it's one of those things, it took time to build up in the leach field, and it's going to take time for it to completely go away and be consumed by the bacteria. But we are seeing results, and now we're seeing a little bit quicker. Anyways, I hope this video has helped some of you that are on the edge or having similar issues. Feel free to forward any comments. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate it, and I'll plan to bring you more updates in the near future. Thanks everyone. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Take care.